Welcome back, Chibi Collect. Prismatic Evolutions is literally insane. I've seen whatnots, ETBs going for upwards of $300, $15 to $20 a pack. I saw an eBay sold the main chase card literally sell for almost $20,000 on eBay recently. I see other ones selling for $2,500 plus. I mean, it's just out of control. I mean, I don't know if some of this stuff's being manipulated or just really what it is at this point, but the prices are just absolutely out of control on the set right now. The hype is at probably an all-time high on this set. Some of the craziest stuff I've seen in a long time in the market. The Japanese version, Terastal Festival, already almost $100, TCG low at this point. That's like the low price, There's no reprints or restocks this month. I think once people realize how bad the pull rates are on this, a lot of people are probably going to end up going with Japanese too. I think either way is a good way to collect. You have the money and you can afford to do the, $15 to $20 a pack for a bunch of packs. That's awesome. The pull rates I hear are really rough though. So even if you're buying a lot of packs, you might not get a ton of stuff that you're looking for out of the packs. Japanese is a little more expensive than when it first came out. However, it has much better pull rates, so you're probably gonna have a better chance if you're looking to collect, a lot of the good cards in this set. But the market as a whole with this Prismatic Evolution is just kind of nuts. I don't know what type of reprints they're looking at, if they're, doing any kind of massive reprints of this. I don't know if they can fix that pull rate at this point. If the ETBs are like this, I don't see why any of the other products are going to be any better. I've seen people like PokeRev making videos about it. I mean, everybody's kind of talking about it at this point. All the major streamers are all kind of like dumbfounded by how the pull rates are on the set. And then to top that off, the prices are getting nuts because there's not even booster boxes of the set or anything to get a lot of packs out there. I mean, you got ETBs and that's basically it right now. They're gonna have those booster pack things. They're like a few packs in a box, kind of like 151 had. Either way, it's still not a ton of packs. Like, it's not like a bunch of booster boxes a pack. So this set could probably be rough to collect. I would definitely look into maybe considering the Japanese version if you haven't checked out Japanese stuff yet, because I think you may have better luck with that on this set in general. If you do pull that chase card, I mean, that's awesome. I'd definitely slab that thing. Even if it might not be a 10, I'd probably still slab it just to keep it nice and protected. It's just crazy what that stuff's going for at this point. You still got a lot of stuff going on outside this too. I mean, the new set that's coming up, you still got Journey Together, which is, already sold out at GameStop. It's sold out everywhere that did pre-orders, and the Pokemon Center, it sold out of pre-orders. GameStop, it sold out of pre-orders. Anyone that was doing pre-orders, small, big, whatever, like sold out pretty much instantly, like sites crashing type sellout type stuff. Usually you probably have a few days, especially considering they said GameStop had the largest allocation for it from what I've heard, and they literally sold out the first day. That's pretty crazy. I don't even know if you can get individual packs right now. Like, those might even be sold out pre-order at this point. I don't think those sold out quite as fast as the actual booster boxes. It's just getting out of hand. The pre-orders are selling out literally within one day at this point. Again, there's been no addition to any type of backstock in the English market. In Japan, it's getting, very similar. There's no stuff on the shelves in Japan either. I got an email from one of my Korean distributors. He said in Korea, a lot of the stuff's drying up. Their Terastal Festival is getting produced soon. They've been printing that, and while they've been printing that, a lot of the back stuff on all the other stuff has been getting dried up, even in the Korean market. The Chinese market, same kind of deal, I would imagine. I'll have to check with some of my distributors. I don't want to tell you something that may or may not be accurate, but I can definitely tell you with accuracy that what's going on in Japan, Korea, and the US market right now, because I've recently checked in with all those distributors. I will be checking in with the Chinese distributors soon because, like I said, we will be getting the new 151 set. So I'll definitely give you an update on what's going on in the Chinese market, but I would definitely assume that we have a similar thing going on over there at this point. Pretty much any good set you can get your hands on with Pokemon, for any kind of reasonable price. I think we're entering a time where it's, you can't really be as picky on what language you're collecting, but as long as you're collecting good sets, and you're happy, the art on them's what you look at most of the time anyway with a lot of the foreign stuff. If you don't understand the language, try to enjoy what you're doing. Even if you're not getting the language you prefer, like, at least you're still getting to collect. You know what I mean? I think sometimes if you try to stick with just English, like, at this point, it's going to really hurt your pocket. But I mean, hey, if you got the money, go for it. I mean, I'm not trying to say don't do it. The average person is probably going to be looking for a little bit of an alternative option. So I'm just trying to throw some ideas out there for the people that are not wanting to spend $15-20 a pack and maybe not pull anything out of 20-30 packs. There is some alternative options out there to collect the set and the future sets. So just like Journey Within, you're going to have the Japanese version coming out soon, Battle Partners. I would assume that's going to be much more affordable than Journey Within when it releases. And if the pull rates, I can't really speculate on if the pull rates will be better on that set or not. I just know that if it's anything like Prismatic Evolutions, that's going to be another rough ride for collectors that are trying to stick with only English. It's just pretty insane right now. Like every major streamer that I've ever watched at this point is kind of like all in agreement on this at this point. So just keep your eyes open. If you see stuff at MSRP, it's probably the best price you're going to find it for at this point. So if you happen to be in GameStop, Target, Walmart, whatever it may be, and you happen to see some MSRP English product, almost anything at this point is going to be a good value because there's no more distribution. I don't know how these guys still get it, if they just have some in their warehouse and they've just allocated so much a week, or if they just get some type of private reserve stock somehow. A lot of the LGSs, like the local shops, like they don't have anything that they can order from a distribution level. Like you've got Southern Hobby, Peach Street, all these stuff. There's literally nothing to buy. Even the guys that are usually doing, super crazy volume, they're out of stuff too. Like even their big reserves that they keep, like they're gone. Some of the biggest sellers I know of literally have no English stock available. And I've talked to all of them to see if they're able to get any. There's just nothing to order right now. So the allocations are being spread thin. More people are ordering it. More stores are ordering it. And then there's no backstock to order to kind of like fill in the gap for people to open packs. I don't think this is going to change anytime soon. I'm not trying to like scare you or anything. I'm just trying to bring, what's going on, so you're aware when you're going to make your purchases, kind of what the state of the market is. You don't feel like you missed out or feel like whatever it might be. But I just thought that this was a really crazy movement in the singles, especially for this new set. So I wanted to make a video about it. I also just kind of wanted to give a general idea of what else was going on in case you were curious about the rest of the market outside this. A lot of the other TCGs are still doing great. One Piece is doing good. Lorcana's doing good. Magic's starting to enter a really strong phase again. I think it's a lot to do with because of the fact they're bringing back the tournament scene. They're bringing back some cool stuff. There's a really cool Magic set coming up. It's a Final Fantasy collaboration. I think that's going to be a really cool set. I don't know if you saw what happened with Lord of the Rings, but in my opinion, especially if they do some type of serialized cards, I think that set's going to be a really cool set. I'm trying to get my hands on some collector boxes of that. The way the market's going to go on that, I don't have no idea, but I can imagine there's going to be a lot of people that want those. Some of those Lords of the Rings boxes have already hit, upwards of, especially the minor set. I think that's already like past 2,000 a box, which is pretty crazy, especially since you could have got it for like 200 or 300 when it came out. It hasn't even been, I don't think, 5 years yet, and it's already done that. It's pretty cool. It's nice to see some of those collector boxes getting some love. I know there for a while, for about a year or two, I think they overprinted some of them, and then the market was kind of like tapped out on TCGs in general there when the market was kind of shifty from an overall perspective. But a lot of the newer collector boxes, I think they cut their print runs, and you can see them holding their value and going up in value again. So that's pretty good news for the Magic the Gathering market too. You've got some other new upcoming games that may be really cool that you might not have heard about. There's a new Gundam TCG coming out next month. Oh, well, not next month, but it has like a sort of like a trial play thing coming up where they're trying to gauge interest. That comes up next month, I think on the 5th. Check with your LGS. You might be able to get a spot to try that game out. I know the chase card and that's going for crazy money already. So if you happen to pull that in the event, you might do really well with that card. Maybe even send it to PSA. Who knows? I know with the Disney Lorcana cards, the pre-event stuff like you got from the Disney Expo, those cards are worth insane money compared to what came out on the actual like first editions. If you are really into TCGs, you're open to new stuff. If you're a Gundam fan at all, I definitely wouldn't sleep on that. The entry can be pretty reasonable, and if you happen to pull a big chase card, that'd be pretty awesome. Then you also got League of Legends is talking about a game they're coming out with TCG wise. I think that one also has some potential. Other than that, just same old. General market is just going pretty well in general, and things are looking up in the TCG world. I hope you guys have fun collecting. Enjoy your weekend. Try not to get trampled at Costco or GameStop if you're chasing prismatic evolutions. I wish you all the best. I hope you all get some ETBs at retail. If not, I would consider the Japanese version still fairly reasonable comparatively. As always, have a great day. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend.